Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we are going to talk about something that confuses so many English learners every single day.
Yes, and honestly, even some people who have been learning English for years still mix these two up.
So today we are going to break it all down in the simplest way possible. We are talking about two phrasal verbs, take down and take off.
And before we start, I just want to say, do not worry if you have been confused by these. It is completely normal. These two look similar, they both start with take, but they mean very different things.
Exactly. So let's start with the basics. Mary, can you tell our listeners what does take off mean in the most simple way?
Of course. So, take off has a few meanings, but the most common one that beginners learn first is about flying. When a plane leaves the ground and goes up into the air, we say the plane takes off.
Right. So if you're sitting in an airport and you hear someone say, the plane is taking off, that means the plane is going up into the sky right now.
Exactly. So, for example, you could say, our flight takes off at 7 in the morning. That just means the plane will leave the ground and fly at 7 in the morning.
Simple and clear. Now, what about take down? What does that mean in the basic sense?
So, take down is almost the opposite feeling. Take off goes up, take down goes down, or it means removing something from a place. If something is on a wall, on a shelf, or posted somewhere and you remove it, you take it down.
Oh, that's a great way to think about it. So if I have a poster on my wall and I remove it, I take it down.
Exactly right. So you could say, she took down the old calendar and put a new one up. That means she removed the old calendar from the wall.
I love that. So one goes up, one comes down. That's already a nice way to remember them.
Yes, and this is a tip I always give. Think of take off as lifting something away, and think of take down as bringing something lower or removing it from a high place.
Now, let's go a little deeper, because take off has more than one meaning, and I think this is where people start getting confused.
Yes, totally. So take off also means to remove something from your body, like clothing or shoes or glasses.
Oh, yes. So if someone says, please take off your shoes before entering, that means remove your shoes.
Right. So in this case, take off means to remove something you are wearing. This is very common. You hear it at homes, at temples, at the doctor, so many places.
And what about take down? Does that also have more meanings?
It does. Take down also means to write something down or to record information. So if your teacher says something important in class, you take it down, meaning you write it in your notebook.
Oh, that is so useful. So for example, the teacher said, please take down this information. That means please write it down.
Yes, and another very common meaning of take down in modern life is about removing something from the internet. If a video or post is removed from a website, people say it was taken down.
Yes, I hear that all the time now. Like, the company took down the post because it had wrong information.
Exactly. So take down is used when something is removed from a public place, a wall, or even online.
Now, let's talk about something really important, the mistakes. What are the most common mistakes people make with these?
The biggest one I see is people saying take off when they mean take down. For example, someone might say, please take off that notice from the board. But that's not natural. You would say, please take down that notice from the board.
Why is that? Can you explain why take off doesn't work there?
Sure, take off is more about lifting something away from you or your body, or about a plane going into the sky. But when something is attached to a surface, like a wall or a board, we use take down because we're removing it from that surface.
That makes a lot of sense. What about the other way? People using take down when they should say take off.
Yes, that happens too. Someone might say, take down your jacket, it's hot. But that sounds strange. You would say, take off your jacket because you're removing it from your body.
So, to sum that up, when it's on your body, use take off. When it's on a surface or posted somewhere, use take down.
That's a perfect way to remember it. And I want to add one more mistake. People sometimes forget that these are two words, not one. Some learners write take off or take down as one word.
Oh, yes, good point. In everyday conversation, they're two separate words, take off, take down.
Although you might see take off written as one word when it's used as a noun, like the takeoff was smooth. But when you're using it as a verb, it's always two words.
Okay, let's now look at some real-life situations so our listeners can really see where these verbs are used naturally.
Great idea. Let's start with an airport situation. Someone is traveling for the first time. The announcer says, "Ladies and gentlemen, flight 204 is ready for takeoff." What does that mean?
That means the plane is about to leave the ground and start flying. Perfect. And the passenger might say to their friend, "Our plane takes off in 10 minutes. Let us get to our seats."
Exactly, very natural. Now, what about a classroom situation?
Okay, the teacher says, "I'm going to give you the exam dates now. Please take down these dates in your notebooks." What does that mean?
That means write the dates down. The teacher wants the students to record the information.
Right, and that is such a common thing in schools and offices. You will hear take down a lot in those situations.
What about a situation at home?
Okay, imagine the holidays are over and someone says, "We should take down the decorations now." That means remove the decorations from the walls and the windows.
And if it is winter and you come inside, someone might say, "Take off your coat, it is warm inside here." That means remove your coat.
Yes, so in the home, you can use both. Take down for things on walls or surfaces, take off for things on your body.
Now, let me ask you about something a little more advanced. People also say take someone down, like in a fight or competition. Is that correct?
Yes, that is a real usage too. If someone defeats another person in a competition or brings them to the ground, you can say they took them down. Like, the wrestler took down his opponent in the first round.
So, in sports and competition, take down means to defeat or bring someone to the ground physically.
Exactly. And you also hear it in business, like a small company took down a big company, meaning they beat them in competition.
That's really interesting because it shows how versatile these phrasal verbs are.
Yes, and that's why they can feel overwhelming. But the trick is to learn one meaning at a time and then slowly add more.
Let us now do a quick practice together so our listeners can test themselves. I'll give a sentence and you tell me if it should be take off or take down.
I love this. Let's do it.
Okay, first one. The workers removed the old sign from the front of the building.
That would be take down. The workers took down the old sign from the front of the building.
Perfect. Second one. She removed her sunglasses when she walked inside.
Take off. She took off her sunglasses when she walked inside.
Excellent. Third one. The video was removed from the platform because it broke the rules.
Take down. The video was taken down from the platform because it broke the rules.
You are doing great. One more. The plane left the ground at exactly noon.
Take off. The plane took off at exactly noon.
Perfect score. Now our listeners should try this too. Go back and listen again and try to answer before Mary does.
Yes, practice is the most important thing. You can know all the rules, but if you don't practice in real sentences, it won't stick.
So let us do a final summary for everyone. Take off means a plane leaving the ground, removing something from your body like clothes or shoes, or sometimes it means to leave quickly in informal speech, like, "Sorry, I have to take off now, I'm late."
And take down means removing something from a wall or a surface, writing information down in your notes, removing content from the internet or a public place, and in physical or sports contexts, bringing someone to the ground or defeating them.
And the golden rule to avoid mistakes. If it's on your body, take off. If it's on a wall or a surface or online, take down. If you're writing information, take down. If a plane is flying, take off.
And one more thing I want to say to everyone listening. Please do not be afraid of making mistakes with these. Every time you make a mistake and you correct it, your brain remembers better. Mistakes are part of learning.
That's so true. Even native speakers sometimes have to think for a second about phrasal verbs, so give yourself grace.
And the more you use them in real sentences, the more natural they become. Try using take off and take down in your conversations this week.
Yes, even just in your head. If you see a poster on a wall and someone removes it, say to yourself, they took it down. If a plane is flying, say, the plane took off. Small moments, big learning.
I love that. Small moments, big learning. That's going in my notebook.
See, you're taking down notes already.
Yes, I am. And on that note, thank you so much for listening today. We hope this helped clear up the confusion between take off and take down.
If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who's learning English, and come back next time for more lessons just like this one.
Keep practicing, keep going, and remember, every word you learn today is a step forward. We'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.